Happy Halloween. How are you? Again, Halloween is here. Do you remember what you did or how you spent your Halloween last year? Well, for me, well, of course, I didn't go out, but I met some of my university students online. Well, I would say remote. Actually, do you know what online means? It means the line that are connecting, the cable or some kind of thing is connecting uh, by connecting the line to one equipment to others, right? That used to be called online. But then when COVID-19 turmoil started several years ago, the remote, like a camera to camera connecting this kind of situation, people started to call it online. But it is oftentimes it's a line-less. It means not connected with line. Usually it's using the satellite and Wi-Fi or mobile wave, whatever you use. So it is not really online, lineless, remote. Yet we call it online. Isn't that strange? There are many, many strange word usages exist in the world, not only in English, but also in many other languages as well. For example, do you remember when I started this YouTube, when the COVID-19 turmoil started several years ago? Japanese people used to say, oh, there was a cluster. A cluster happened. Uh, there was serious problem with a cluster or whatever. But that all meant the infection, spread of infection with COVID-19. But cluster does not have any meaning of infectious disease or illness, infectious spreading at all. But then Japanese people automatically, I don't know, they pretend like they understood, or they pretend like they knew the meanings so that it was trendy, so that they had to use it to feel superior or whatever. But they always said, oh, there was a cluster happened. Huh? I didn't understand that at all. Then again, it is going to be online. Oh, so we have to connect with the line or whatever, but it's not. It's a remote, lineless uh, connection. That's called online. Very strange. And also, we use in English, there are two different kinds of personal computers. One is called PC, which stands for personal computer, but it means only, uh, well, Microsoft company's products. And Apple computers are not called PC. Well, Apple computers, Macintosh series, aren't they computers? Well, that's kind of very strange, but a PC, it means non-Apple computer products. They're called PC. And Apple computers, they call it Apple computer. So, but both are personal computers, don't you think? So that's kind of strange usage of PC and Mac. All right. Well, those short version words are called abbreviations in English oftentimes, but there is a little difference between American English and British English. For example, um, okay, reverend, that is usually the religious leaders or priests. But reverend, we usually write in America R-E-V period. But in British English, they write R-E-V-D period. Something like that. Well, um, oftentimes for email addresses, in the United States, many of them are, for example, university students, academic comes the last one. So academic, A, C, I think D or something, academic. But then Japanese university students have AC only. So that's again kind of like air conditioning, but something like that. So there are some differences in different countries, but I think one of the very strange one is uh, BS. That means broadcast, I don't know, system or whatever. Uh, you have to pay for the BS television program to watch. And you have to have the special kind of like a dish or a satellite receiver. But a BS in English is it's kind of difficult to say because it means very bad and it's a bad word. But somebody said, "Oh, I think that's a bunch of BS." It means, "Oh, don't trust." Those are kind of like a nonsense, no good information or story or whatever. That means BS. But then in Japan, oh, BS. People use it all the time, but I feel like oh my goodness. So those kind of things are not necessarily the real English. So be careful. Some of the abbreviations, where they're coming from, are they really correctly used, or they are just people are using wrong? All right. Well, let's go back to the Halloween story. Last year, yes, I got into uh, sort of like a virtual remote world and having, uh, let's say, a Halloween party. And you get it onto it with your avatar. And actually, I could meet a very few students of mine in that party so that you don't have to go out. Uh, you could meet them, start talking to them. That means you are using one of those avatars of yours and move to going up or down or left or right, something like that, and have a conversation and pretend like you are there and actually eating something or drinking something. But of course, it is very different from the real parties. Well, what you gonna do? Also, a student of mine, she's, I think it was a junior high school student. Her family, with her and her sister, went into the costume contest in a local city. And they came the second place and received some kind of like a award or something like that. I was very proud of it. And recently, many people started doing that there and here. So if you had a chance, why don't you try enjoying it, even just a little bit? But before that, that's your homework. Check it out, where the Halloween came from originally and how people start celebrating. Well, in Europe and in the United States. Now they're so popular in Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, even China, or many other places. But their culture has been changed slightly or sometimes a lot. But it is good to know the origin of that. All right, that's your homework. Take care of yourself. And again, happy Halloween. Goodbye for now.